and thanks again for tuning in. I've got 4 watches in front of me today, so they are all the same model number. So the model number we look at here is the Seiko 6139 7060. So all models in front of me are Japanese domestic market models. So, and there is in this series, the 6139 7060, there are, I think, another 1 or 2 models that I don't have currently here, but this is a really nice collection of, it's rare to see these watches side by side. So let me just start with the first one from the left. So if I pick this up, try to get it in focus and under good light. So what we have here is the model in, let's say, a green color version. This is also a little bit different to the other versions because the hands here, the hour hand and the minute hand, are these fairly thin, kind of silvery hands. The other versions have a more sporty, bolder, white look. Now, what all these watches have in common, let's start with the, let's say, external first. The case. Case width is 40 millimeters, 44 millimeters from top to bottom. The lugs are hidden. Lug width for these watches is 18 millimeters. This watch here has the original bracelet. And the other feature they have an internal rotating bezel. So you can rotate the bezel by just turning the crown. And there's a day-date window at 3 o'clock and a subdial at 6 o'clock. And this is a minute subdial, goes to 30 minutes. So you will have noticed by now you see these 2 buttons here at the 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock position. This is a stopwatch function, or a chronograph function. I think what I really like about this series, and especially this watch here, are the colors, the proportions. It's a very well designed watch. And yeah, it's got a good size. I've mentioned the width before, so the thickness is around 14 millimeters. And this watch here is made in 1975. You will notice that the case back here is a little bit different to the other watches, which I show you later. So you can see the first number is a 5 and then an 8. So made in 1975 in August. So 5 for 75 and 8 for August. And they're water resistant, but okay, this is an old watch. I wouldn't take it swimming. You never know if the water resistance still works. They have a quick set day date by pushing the crown, full or let's say half. As I said, the stopwatch function is there. The dial has this metallic effect, a little bit like sunburst effect, super beautiful in my eyes. And I've read on the internet a few reviews, about the color scheme, very 70s. So beautiful watch in all regards, proportion-wise, case-wise, and color-wise. What's in there? There's the 6139B movement in there, so I can't tell you too much about it. I'm not a specialist in this field. I'll just move on to the next watch in the row, and same watch, just different color scheme. So I don't need to explain let's say, the externals here. So here we have the blue and red version of the watch. Yeah, one thing that's interesting to know is this color accent at for the first 15 seconds. So, and also the color accent which is around the minute dial here, the sub-dial in the first third of this dial. So I really like these watches because of their color. And as I said, the main difference to the first one is the hands here. These hands are kind of the typical sporty style Seiko type hands with a white loom on it. Well, this one had the silver, thinner and more elegant kind of, more dress watch like hands. Okay, moving on. I'll show you the case part before we move on. Here we can see this watch is made in 1972 in October. So showing us the model number here. So an earlier version, different case back. The band on this one is not original, unfortunately. So next one, very similar to the previous one, same hands. Unfortunately here the second hand, the color on it is a little bit faded. But let's just see, this is supposed to be the black dial. It's also, I think, a little bit faded, or it doesn't look fully black anymore. But it's beautiful nevertheless. It has this metallic, dark metallic effect, like a dark gray. And also the sub-dial is dark gray. This hand, the minute hand on the sub-dial, it's hard to make out the color on it. I would almost say it's now a bit yellowish. But the main color scheme is black and red for this watch. Also the band is not original. It's a Orient band. And quick look at the case back. Hard to see. Sorry for that. 2N. So 1972 in November, made in November, roughly the same production date, these two. And this is 3 years later. So the last watch in this series, try to get this in focus, and yes, is a, in my eyes, very beautiful golden colored, golden and red color scheme. Also we have silver hands for the hour and minute hand here. Not as slender as the first one, so a little bit wider, different style. And also here the color around the bezel and the sub-dial is a little bit different. We have a full coloring around the sub-dial with this is a yellow minute marker here. And there's a full coloring around the bezel here as well. The other watches had a quarter and a third colored here. Otherwise, same case and so on. The band is also not original on this one. Let's look at the back. So here we have, this one is made in 1973 in September. So there's a 3 and 9. You can see this a bit rough here. This is basically all, important thing to note, and you will probably already have noticed it. This watch needs a little bit of care. The second hand is missing. There's supposed to be a yellow second hand on this watch, so same color as the hand for the sub-dial, for the minute sub-dial, and I need to find a yellow second hand for this one. So very beautiful watch. All these watches, I've bought them here in Japan on auction sites. are in fairly good shape. But one thing to notice is the movement in these watches is not, let's say, the most durable or most easiest to repair. So, for example, the first watch I showed you, let's say, externally it's in almost as new condition. I can't see scratches. It's hardly been worn, I think. But unfortunately, I need to have it serviced. It's roughly in 24 hours, roughly 30 minutes late. So slow, going slow. So needs a service. Similar to this one has a problem. It's running well, the stopwatch function is working well and so on, but it's having problems when the day changes. So getting over this area from, let's say, 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. Is difficult, so it often stops overnight. It just doesn't have enough, let's say, power to power the mechanism over the day change. So there are certain issues with the movement, and they are not easy to repair or service. But yeah, you need an experienced watchmaker to do this. So this is all. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the watches. I enjoy these watches very much. So check out my other videos, and if you liked today's video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you.